Hey guys, how's it going? It's Tanev here. Welcome to episode number 23 of this NHL 22 Newfoundland Growlers Draft to Glory franchise mode here on my channel. If you guys have missed episodes up to this point, head up into that top corner right now. If you do enjoy this one, show your support down below by dropping a like, subscribing, and hitting notifications. And of course, show your support in the comments below to interact with me. But today we get to the 2035 NHL Entry Draft. It's looking like a bit of a weird one coming up. I mean, obviously, Ali Paul is just going to be insane, but we are nowhere near the lottery. So instead, we are looking to try and land scouts and good picks, further down in this draft. I honestly don't know how a lot of these guys are going to turn out. I've been scouting a lot of kind of lower end, later players and goalies and stuff like that, and we're hoping they'll turn out, but right now it's it's not looking too bad. Kluchek looks like a really good steal a bit later on in this draft. Apart from that, Patrick Nugent-Hopkins is a 2-year ETA, so we'll probably take him with the 7th round pick, but apart from that, it's still pretty up in the air for who's actually going to turn out to be really good. I'm still doing tons of scouting, but obviously we're only going to get one shot at a bunch of these players because, Osgood, Savoie, and a bunch of other guys are going to fall. So I do think that our first pick is going to be Tom Sutter coming up here just to land a really good right-handed defenseman. And apart from that, we do need to address the contracts on this team just based on the fact that there are players expiring here that we need to re-sign. Not all of them are going to be able to re-sign and stay. We very well might send out some qualifying offers here coming up too. But, obviously we want to try to hold on to as many guys as we can. We might let the occasional RFA go. I'm thinking Timofey Morozov might actually be one of those guys, just based on, how much he's probably going to want. He doesn't want to sign with us, so I think that could be an opportunity for a qualifying offer. I think Yury Chersambayev is also going to be walking, despite being, a pretty decent player. Apparently he's extremely happy with the coaching. Don't ask me how, apart from the fact that I think he had a 58-point season in the AHL with Halifax instead of Newfoundland, so there are some things going on like that are a little strange and weird. Even a guy like Marcel Grandpierre, don't ask me how he's a top 6 D-man, but we're paying him like $4.6 million. I thought he was going to be better than this, and we've still got him locked up for 2 more years. So the system's a little shaky right now, but we will get that all sorted out. We very well might have an issue here in goaltending too, just based on the fact that Yury Vorobyov is going to be a $10 million goalie here, and we're going to have to pay him that much. So that one sucks, but I think that's what we're going to do. Berkly Catton is just insanely expensive. But yeah, we've got a lot of fairly decent sized contracts coming up that we can't necessarily meet for all of them anyways. So we've got a good team. It's really just going to be picking and choosing who stays, who goes, who fills out the bottom 6 for this upcoming year, things like that. And, we do have a decent amount of money coming up to free up, but also we are going to have to let guys like Jurgen Busch and a few other long-term guys here go, it sucks, but it's just the natural cycle of this team. So with that in mind, Hugo Gaudet regressed a little bit, which sucks, but a bunch of guys, didn't have the best seasons. It happens, but there's nothing we can do about it. I am really excited about guys like Gustavo O'Neill, who, somehow just put up ridiculously good or high penalized seasons like him. 100 penalty minutes in a year is pretty insane. But I think we've still got everything sorted. We've got all our bases covered. So at this draft, we're just trying to land some good prospects for the future. And we do have quite a few rookies coming into the team here that we are going to have to sign, mainly for the AHL, but we'll see how they develop. So yeah, apart from that, the goaltending's looking pretty damn good too. I do think Fairchild is going to be up here, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, the only thing right now with this team, you know what? No, we're doing okay. We could easily play a guy like Alan Agostino up, and I'm thinking we are going to let go of probably Draper and Tangradi, as well as Harry Zimmerman. So we're going to lose at least 3 kind of big name players there. But you look at our center core. Our center core is so freaking good. It's just insane. We have wingers there. We have centers that play wing pretty consistently, which probably shouldn't be the case, but it is. It's kind of a weird combination as to how we manage this. But Yeah, our centers are like stupid good. Our wingers are, we have a couple really good wingers on the left side, more so than the right. Like Carpenter and Kozhevnikov are both crazy good. As far as right wingers, it's not as insane, but like Sawyer Klemm is going to get there within a year or two. And Gibbons is really good. And then you look down in the system too, we've still got Alan Agostino, who I want to get up into the NHL. And then, yeah, defensively too, like as bad as this looks, it's really like we're going to release quite a few players, but as bad as it looks, it's not actually that bad. We're likely going to be letting go of guys like Hornquist and Lack, maybe even a guy like Eugene Edwards too, even though he does want to stay. So that might be something we, hold on to and remember that he does want to play for us. Whereas a guy like Yury Vorobyov doesn't want to stay, and we're like, you just won the Jennings again. You posted 6 shutouts. You had an absolutely freaking phenomenal career year, tied a career year anyways. And yeah, the 6 shutouts is like something else. It's a 905 on 66 games. That's pretty insane. It's not quite a 907 on 60, no, he had a 900 on 68. But no, Yury Vorobyov has been an absolute unit for this team. And like when we look in the system, Fairchild's coming up, so we don't have to pay him. He's going to be nice and cheap. It's just really more so a matter of like these guys here, like Bertuzzi and Deschamplain. Deschamplain is really good. He's got some X factors and is going to be a great goalie. Bertuzzi's a little bit bigger and looks better, even though he has a little bit of age on Deschamplain. It's just hard to pick between all the goalies we have. We have so many that, yeah, like this team is in a good spot, but we just got to start offering 85% contracts, qualify a couple players, which isn't quite going to happen yet before the draft. It's just going to be the contract extensions, but let's get to the big ones here. So first off, Berkly Catton, he wants 7 years, so that's until he's 36, so I really hope his longevity can hold, but we're going to be paying him an $11.275 million contract. That is a whopping deal. That's one of the biggest on the team, apart from Adam Fantilli and like Taylor Nicholson, and those guys deserve every dollar that they've gotten. So next up is Solomon Edwards. He's going to be a pretty big price too. Not as bad as some of the other guys. He's only going to be $6.1 million with his asking price, which isn't really too bad actually. So hopefully he will accept that. Let's just go to all expiring here. That'll make things a bit easier. We're not going to offer Ethan Tangradi an extension despite how well he played. 59 points in just your second year in the league is a really good season, but at the same time, we have other wingers that can do the same thing, if not do better things than him. Beau Gibbons dropped a little bit, so he's asking for a lower price than what he's currently being paid, which is phenomenal because he would normally be $6 million. We're going to get him on a $4.6 million deal here with an 85% contract. After that, I think Gordy Draper is the other guy that is the odd man out here. We have enough right wingers and other players that, we will just have enough money now if we don't offer Draper a contract. We'll qualify Morozov. Matvei Petrov is going to be a nice and cheap deal too at $1.85 million for the next 2 years. He has been a solid depth piece and has been quite consistent with 30+ point seasons playing fourth line minutes. He barely touches the ice. So the fact that he's actually, putting up 30 points in a year is absolutely insane. So after Petrov, we're going to walk Tersambayev, we're going to walk Bush. I think we are going to offer McDonough a nice cheap deal here. Let's go. Yeah, might as well put this in. McDonough wants 2 years at 1.525. So that would be a $1.3 million deal, which actually isn't too bad. It still keeps us under the cap, or under our cap space limit. After that, I really hope Eugene Edwards doesn't want a lot of money, which is good. He's going to be a nice cheap deal. Gaspard Oulet, he wants money. He wants a decent amount of money too, which is a little rough. I was really hoping he was going to be I cannot spell his name. It's such a weird one, but he wants 2 years at 2.725. $2.3 million contract. That's a little rough because I was not expecting to quite get that. This would be 2.13. You know what? Before we offer anything else, let's hit Yury Vorobyov here with just a massive $10 million contract for his 4-year term that he expects. So 10 million from 6 million is a bit of a rough jump there. That's $4 million of cap space that we're kind of losing out on, and there's really not a lot we can do about it. So that one kind of stings. After that, let's see, we're going to do Ule. We might have to qualify him, which is going to suck, but that is what it is. And then we get down to names that are interesting, questionable, like up in the air. We don't know exactly how they're going to play out. Certain guys like Byron Borowski are a lock to stay in the AHL, whereas other guys like Francisco Wolski, I don't really have a huge inclination to re-sign. He's been good, but like he was a 5th-round pick that, played a lot of AHL minutes, so not a super crazy player by any means. Oleg Zykov just continues to score and win titles somehow as a player that shouldn't really be winning anything. Yeah, he's got a crazy shot. Apart from that, Bure, Knubel, Frigon, like a bunch of these guys are going to get signed once we clear up the roster space for them. So I think that's all we're doing for now for contract extensions. We're going to just sit back on it a little bit, see what happens, let the scouts do their thing. And right off the bat, Eugene Edwards is like, yes, I'm signing with you guys. So that's perfect. That's what we wanted to see. We get Beau Gibbons. That's it. We get Petrov, Catton, McDonough. Come on, Vorobyov. We need Vorobyov. All right, we get Edwards. And we do get Vorobyov too. I could have probably signed him for cheaper. But that's okay. We've pretty much nailed all our contracts, and we've got like 0 cap space left now. So that's kind of funny. You look at, oh, we've got $6 million. Okay, so that's not actually terrible. We can easily work with that. And we have players, like, our team is going to be in good shape for this upcoming year. It's just more so a matter of how everything else lines up. All right, so I think our team's really set up well. I think we're pretty much ready to get to the draft. I just want to make sure that all my players are scouted well here, and that, hopefully we kind of know who we're taking. All right, so let's sim up to the draft here, and the Boston Bruins are going to get Ali Paul. All right, so that's actually, that's going to be a good player for them. That's also in our kind of divisional area. Yeah, that's going to hurt. He's going to be a good player. I know he is. So, for retirees this year, we are looking at Nathan MacKinnon finally calls it quits at 39 with 1,848 points. That's insane. Same with Leon Draisaitl at 1,690 there. Mitch Marner with 1,460. Man, there were some... This is an insane draft class. Oh my god, look at the amount of... We got a whole screen of 1,000-point players here. That's insane. As far as goalies go, 3 decent goalies, Blackwood, Georgiev, Kakinen, but not really quite the same level as what we just saw for player retirees. My God. That is kind of funny, too, that Nico Hischier and Nathan MacKinnon retire in the same retiree class despite being... Oh my God, no, Hischier, why are you calling it quits, man? You're way too good a player to quit that early in your career. Wow, he could have... Oh, that sucks for the Blackhawks. They lost an 89 rated center to retirement. Ouch. All right, so that was one of the most ridiculous retiree classes I've ever seen. Please tell me we hold on to our coaches. And I think we do. Beautiful. All right. I don't think our coaches are that old, are they? They might be, but let's just, check out this draft, see what we're kind of looking at here. It looks really good. Like, look at Sutter here. He's gonna, we're gonna land a stud there. I'm confused on some of these guys. Like, some of them look really good, others are questionable. We're not gonna get a shot at every single one of them, but a lot of them really aren't that bad looking either. Oh, look at Dagenet here. Okay, maybe we pick him up. But yeah, Glenn Cross too looks really good. We're gonna land some decent players and goalies and stuff like that here, but we'll see, because some of them are still a little bit up in the air, and I don't know how they're gonna turn out. So I think Dahl could be a good goalie pickup too eventually. We don't really need goalies. Medvedov is a steal, suppose. There is a gem, but yeah. Anyways, I think we're pretty much ready to go. I think I know who I want to take on this draft class, but we'll see. And yeah, we got another franchise player there in Kozhevnikov, which is amazing. So let's get to this entry draft and the off season and see how it goes. And obviously the Bruins should be selecting Ali Paul number 1, and they do. Oh my god, he's 83 rated. Oh, that is such a nice franchise sniper, man. I wish we got to draft somebody like that. We literally, Berkly Catton was the closest thing to that we ever drafted. That's insane. All right, so the rest of the first round, Gentile is a good player. We just missed Eshy. That one sucks. And I assume, yeah, we missed Solovyov by like 6 picks. Oh, it's good too. Ah, man. Like, look at these players. These are such nice defensemen and wingers. And, oh my god, I wish we could draft all of them. Obviously, we can't. We only get pretty much 1 pick per round. Rain was 78 rate. How good is this draft class? Oh my god. Look at this draft. Holy jeez. Okay. That's a really nice class for the first round anyways. Regardless, we're going to add Sutter to that in a second, but my god, what a draft so far. Phillips is an interesting pick too, a defensive defenseman, 5th overall. But anyways, let's get to this pick. We don't have much time left to make the pick, but that's okay. So out of all of these players, I'm going to go with Tom Sutter. I like his NHL ready stature and everything. And how good is Sutter? 77 rated. Okay, so that's pretty decent. He's got all of those X factors that we scouted, and he's got the potential makings of a really solid defender. So we'll give him maybe 1 year with Everett to develop a little bit more, but overall, I really like that as a first round pick. Oh, we just missed out on Ty Cameron, who is an elite goalie. Oh, Vigneault too. Oh, Maurice Vigneault looks so good. Oh my god, I wish. Is he 19 though? Yeah, no, he's 18. Oh my god, what a pick by Buffalo. Alright, so that one stings, but oh my god, Bacchus was insane too. What the hell? Oh my god, this is a draft class for the ages. Jeez, Russ Nichols is okay. Artem Popov. Gillies is good. Jeez, man. What a draft class. That's insane. Tulipov was also crazy. So, alright, with our second pick here, I feel like most of these guys are going to be low top 6s, which is not the potential you want for a second rounder. Shit, who are we taking? I guess we're going to shift our picks up a little bit. Like, I was going to take Kluchek, like, 99th overall, and then Medvedov, like, the round after. Who else do we even have pinned here that kind of makes sense to draft? Like, almost nobody. They're all late round picks. Jeez. Maybe we go with Harvey Schutz. I know he's not, like, doesn't scream second round pick to me or anybody really, but Kluchek's going at 147. Schutz is supposed to go where? Schutz is supposed to go 144. Okay, let's take Harvey Schutz here. I was going to take Ty Cameron. He went off the board. Or Schultz, not Schutz. Harvey Schultz. He's a center. He is a power forward. Okay, interesting. 6'1", 202, 19 years old, right-handed out of the US of A. All right. How good is Harvey Schutz? Or Schultz? Schultz. Why am I saying Schutz? Holy shoot. All right, Harvey Schultz, 57 rated, medium top 6. Power forward, interesting pick. Not really the most amazing pick ever. He's 57 rated, but yikes. Okay, over to pick 99. And 99, we're going to see Alexiev. Who did we miss that was really good? I'm sure there was somebody we missed that was just insane in this round. Belmar's a starter. Top 4, yeah, slide check would have been better probably. He might have developed into a good defender. I'm glad I didn't take Welch, as again, yes, he was a low top 4. And all right, interesting third round. The second round was way better. I really, really wish we could have gotten our hands on a guy like Mario Vigneault. Obviously, you know, a local kind of player out of the queue with Cape Breton. That would have been phenomenal, but that's okay. You can't pick them all, right? And with our next pick, We're going to go way off the board down to Radoslav Kluchek, who just looks like an absolutely amazing offensive defenseman, potential-wise for the future. And he obviously is medium top 4. How good is he, though? He is a 55 rated defender. Okay, not too bad. And for a third rounder, we've actually had a pretty decent amount of luck with third round picks in this draft. So we'll see if he turns out. Apart from that, the fourth round holds damn nearly nothing. Wow, this draft's starting to let me down from how strong it started. So up next at pick 132, I'm going to take Medvedov because he's got a gem beside him and he's 19. And he also won 11 out of 26 games, which is pretty impressive in the KHL. And he is elite. He's our first medium elite of this draft in the fourth round. He's 59 rated. All right, so pretty decent defenseman goalie there, actually. So apart from that, McAllister was all right. Ooh, Kovalchuk, yeah, Davis Kovalchuk would have been nice. Caleb Spencer's 20, so good potential, not exactly the best age, though, for that potential and overall. Eminger, not a bad pick there either. Okay, so some goalies go in round 5. Was I going to take Chichu? I don't think I was going to take Chichu. I'm thinking maybe like... not Tlusty. Not really feeling Schwartz either. He's 20, so... I'm thinking... not Nightingale either. We don't want him. Maybe we go with Glencross here. That might actually be the move. I know he's at pick 211, but the thing is, we've still got Matthias Dahl, and we've still got Patrick Nugent-Hopkins as well, who I want to draft. Or maybe instead of... because that's the thing, is we don't necessarily need Dahl. I'm thinking maybe we could go with, like Pierre Dagenet wouldn't be all that bad a pick either. So if we go Glencross, Dagenet, and then Patrick Nugent-Hopkins, then I would actually be quite happy with that. Because we don't really need more than one goalie here. Actually, yeah, let's take Patrick Nugent-Hopkins with our 6th rounder. That is probably the move. And then we'll go... or Pierre. He's also big, 6'2", 196, 19 years old, right-handed. Not bad. Okay. So, we're going to start off taking Marshall Glencross. I think he is going to be low elite out of all the scouting we've done, and he is. And Marshall Glencross turns out to be 59 rated sniper. Not bad at all. So, we'll see if he can develop. Every now and then, those U.S. players just take off for some reason. They score insane amounts of numbers for no good reason, really. And he is 59 rated, though. Oh, and Chichu was good. Oh, he's 60 rated. That's brutal. Okay, we don't really need goalies, though, so I'm not too upset about that. I'm realizing now just how messy my pinned list looks. Call me Pindler's list here. Yeah, this is really messy. You could tell I was trying to find late round players, and not a lot of them turned out. So, yeah, we're down to 4 or 3 picks here. It's going to be 2 more picks, actually. So, we're going to go with Patrick Nugent-Hopkins here. I know he's not great potential, but his ETA looks good. And I really wish he was a low elite because, man, we could really use some late round defensemen here. 68 rated at 19. Not terrible by any means. And actually, the second highest rated player we've taken all draft, and he goes in the 6th round. So, oh my God, look at that player. How about that? Phil Shantz. Phil Shantz be picked any later than that because we would have missed him. And dang, LA, nice pick. Really nice pick. Right before us, too. Dang, okay. Well, that kind of stung. But, you know, it is what it is. You miss him every now and then. And, yeah, we missed on Phil Shantz. But we'll take Pierre Dagenet for the last pick of this draft. We know he's a playmaker, low top 6, and he's 62 rated. Okay, so not terrible for a 7th round pick. So, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Schultz Definitely could have been a better player like Vigneault or somebody like that, but oh well. Other than that, it's a pretty good draft. Sutter, I'm happy with. Nugent Hopkins and Dagenet could turn out. Glenncross, same thing. Who knows how they're going to turn out? Kluchek, I'm riding high hopes on, but I don't actually expect him to do anything. So, Medvedov might be the one guy who's like genuine NHL potential. Overall, I'm really happy with that draft. So, we've got most of our extensions in place. It now just comes down to the re-signing phase and making sure that we can hire Brendan Lowe back, because that might actually be the biggest issue here. He wants $3.9 million. We do not have enough money for that. So let's go. Hold on. How short are we? We've got 2.9. We need about another $1 million. So let's go and fire this Jacobs guy. That should clear up enough budget. He's also 61. All right. So yeah, we can essentially pay exactly what Brendan Lowe wants. He's actually been a fairly winning coach for us. 2 cups, 2 President's Trophies. His favorite players are Fairchild, Smits, and Klemm, which fair enough, he's grown those guys into insane talents. And he's a decent fit for our system. I really like how he's done as a coach. He wasn't off to the hottest start, losing a couple times in the playoffs earlier than we should have, but he got his footing and won us some cups, so that's good to see. We get pretty much all of our scouts back. I do need to go and hire a couple more. The scouting has been a little lackluster as of recent, but apart from that, we've got, yes, a ton of qualifying offers that we need to hand out here, because that's really all we can do. We have 5, could be 6 if Vorobyov jumped up one more rating, but we've got at least 5 RFA offers we can send out. We are going to release a couple players here too, just to clear up some roster space. So, starting things off, Marshall Humphreys. Sorry, buddy, you're like the lowest potential goalie out of all of our goalies, so we can't sign him. We'll go with Deschamplain and Bertuzzi. Those guys are going to be a really decent tandem. And you know what? McCollum, we're just going to qualify. He's 24, not really all that spectacular, never grew properly. Whereas Moises Kristanovic, who was actually just a legend in the AHL, will just get released, unfortunately, because Nathan Fairchild coming up is going to be a beauty. So, moving down to the defense, we're going to qualify Timofey Morozov to try and get some return. We're going to release Yury Tursunbayev. We're going to release Jurgen Busch. We're just essentially cleaning house here, which it hurts to see, but we have to do it. So, we've got money for that $1.8 million deal for Oulet. He is worth every cent of that. And apart from that, we're going to just hold on to Tom Sutter for a year. Hopefully he can develop. I mean, it was the same thing with Knubel, where it took a year or two for him to really get going, but now he looks like a decent potential player. I'm hoping the same thing can happen with Sutter, just on like a more extended level of not being 62 rated and instead already being a 77 rated player. We released 2 more defensemen there in Lack as well as Hornquist. Those guys are gone. Cross we should re-sign. He's actually been fairly decent. $1 million 2-year 2-way deal is good. We'll sign Roberto Jackman at 63 rated at just 19. I think we're going to let Ulf Jensen walk at 22. He's really not the player I was hoping he was going to be. And yeah, he's gone. So after that, Repic, we should probably just buy out too, unfortunately. We don't need him in the system, but that's how it goes sometimes. So, over to the right wing. And on the right wing, we got to clear some more roster spaces here. I've already offered 7 contracts. We barely have enough space for that. And we're going to let some guys go here. So, Ethan Tangradi. I'm sorry to a bunch of these guys. It all seems to be the same kind of friend group getting released here, but I think we have to do that. We could potentially hold on to Gordy Draper, actually. Now that I look at it, he is cheap, and we don't have a lot of expenses to cover here now. So, with that in mind, we'll sign Tommy Zinger. We will very likely come back to Gordy Draper, unless for some reason I missed a huge contract somewhere, which doesn't look to be the case. How about Kozhevnikov signed until 37-38 on a $5.5 million deal? Oh my god, that is so clutch. All right, so Bukaboom will sign. Cedric Bjugstad, despite being a great skater, is not really all that great a playmaker, or sniper, sorry. And yeah, I think he's out. So we'll buy out Cedric Bjugstad. We don't really need him in there over other guys like Zykov and Sotheby, and soon to be Tiny Reeves. That'll be next year. We'll sign him up. He had quite the year, quite the progression, and we'll keep an eye on him. Same thing with Marshall Glencross. I think he could be a really good sniper in the future too. And all right, after that, Harry Zimmerman. As much as I'd love to keep the guy, I don't know. I don't know. Do we sign him or do we let him walk? I think we are very likely going to let him walk, especially with other guys coming up the system that will eventually replace him. Byron Borowski, I don't know how he isn't consistently our captain in the AHL. He should be, because he's been there longer than just about everybody else. Zimmerman is good friends with McCollum, Tengradi, and Smits. That's rough. Okay. But hold on. He's also, yeah, Morozov's going to free agency. All right, we'll release him then. That works. And all right, the last guy to deal with here is Gordy Draper. 2 years, 3.075. Sure. Why not? And let's advance. So, yes, we get Brendan Lowe back. Perfect. All right, we get all our scouts, which is going to take a god-awful amount of time to click through here, but that's okay. We do get Deschamplain, same with Bertuzzi, Bukaboom, Borowski, Frigon, Draper resigns, Zinger, Wolski, Zykov, Oulet, Cross, Bore, Sotheby, Knubel, Jackman, everybody. We got literally everybody. So that's perfect. We've got some extra roster spaces here cleared up, and hopefully those few qualifying offers here in McCollum and Morozov can actually turn into compensation. That would be nice. So let's get to free agency, see how it goes. I wish we had more guys that we could turn into RFAs, but it isn't meant to be. So we will just leave those two on the trade block to be like, hey, we're trying to get rid of them. Please come and take them. So that would be phenomenal. So along with that, oh my God, Demers went Arizona. You insane! Oh my God, you insane franchise mode. You didn't re-sign a high franchise defenseman. What the actual hell are you doing? I'm sorry, he came off an 83-point season in 82 games. Sure, he didn't win the Norris, but like, damn. You're not re-signing him. Why? Man, why? That's just brutal. Oh, I hate to see that. So, all right, apart from that, Morozov, Hornquist, yeah, there's pretty much like no real potential here from players that we would ever so possibly be interested in. And we don't have enough money to really re-sign anybody. Hey, there's Travis Thorne, one of our ex-players. Clint Strait was from Strait, however you say his name. Looked okay there too. But yeah, really just not a crazy amount of decent RFAs and UFAs and players like that. So I like where our team's at. Let's get it set up here. Don't get me wrong, there were some half-decent goalies in here. Halpern is an absolute godsend of a goalie, but apart from that, not too much else really going on here. Vic Winther, I actually quite enjoyed having him in this team for a year or two. He was just a beast. 39 wins in the AHL. That's pretty good. So apart from that, we've got tons of goalies scattered throughout here. Like, you go through, and sure, like, the first couple are not ours, but then Kristanovich, that's one. Never mind, we don't have two. I'd say Winther counts. We gave him a shot. So that's 2. Nemes is 3. Who else? There's got to be a couple others. Yeah, Growler there. McCollum, that's 4. There's like, yeah, 4 or 5 decent goalies in this free agency class that we drafted or, used at some point. So, anyways, there you have it. That is free agency. I mean, I wish we could pursue a guy like Simon Demers. We got screwed out of picking him. I want to say that was, well, he got drafted, 28? 2028, 29? Oh, that's 1 year too early. All right. Simon Demers went to Arizona. Where did we pick? Oh, we picked 16th. Right, yeah. Sorry, we didn't get screwed out of picking him. We just missed on that defenseman draft class, and he was an absolute godsend out of it. So, anyways, there you have it. That's free agency. We still won the cup that year too, and pick 16th. But let's get to this upcoming year. Man, we took that 2028 draft. We took Kozhevnikov, Donovan, Christie, Gordy Draper, Timofey Morozov. That's insane. That was such a good draft. But let's see how the team shapes up for this next year. Just qualify their asses. Oh my God, qualify. Just take him. We don't need Matteo McCollum anymore. Take it. Go. Take McCollum. I don't care. Can we please get a qualifying offer for Morozov, though? Please, 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 please. I would love to see that. We're not going to get one. I wonder, could we get Morozov signed up for like almost nothing here? That could be interesting. 3.32 or 3.2 million. That would be actually a pretty decent price for him, and it would fill out our cap space to the perfect amount. And all right, we do take Timofey Morozov back rather than getting qualifying compensation. So let's see how the lines look now. All right, so for roster moves, we've got, I'm showing you guys, somehow Kozhevnikov dropped off to a medium top 6 forward, which again makes no sense in my brain, but it is what it is. The other things we're going to do here. Well, first off, Hugo Gaudette's going to move up. So is Svedberg, and so is Mason Nueve. All right. And then down from the system, we are going to send none of our goalies. We're just going to send, like, Karenin, and it should be Grand Pierre, but it's not going to be. Oh, you know what? Maybe we go... Yeah, no, let's just send Karenin down. Oh, wait, we will be over the salary cap. Well, that's cool. Then Gauthier Leduc, then, I guess? Like, it should be Grand Pierre. Just because for some reason, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, his point production's been atrocious. Like, 12 points, what is that? But... yeah, he just never really turned into the player I was expecting, which sucks because we're paying him so much money. But we got other players in here that will fill his role just fine. All right, so first things first. I guess I'll sit and try to figure out where everybody's going. Agostino should be playing, but... maybe he just becomes like a power forward substitute. That might actually be the play. And then scratch players wise, yeah, we got to get Svedberg in here. He is the best fit on the bottom line. Okay. That's an interesting one. He's got, yeah, okay. He's probably in the right spot there. Apart from his shot is, I don't know, his shot's okay. It's not bad. And that will help with how he plays, but... overall, you know, looking at this lineup, it's pretty solid. Defensively, we need Hugo Gaudette in here. That just makes the most sense. And he's a -2. Are you kidding me? He's a pinch and shoot defender. Oh, man. Brutal. Just brutal. All right. Well, I'm trying my best here to get something going for our defenseman, and it just does not seem to be happening. So, technically, he fits best right there. How do we solve this? Like, what am I going to do? I guess, yeah, we'll get Gustavo O'Neill his X factors because he's up to an 84, which is insane. We'll fix that up a little bit more on the defensive end. Goalies are good. Scratched-wise, yeah, okay, Agostino, Mason Nueve, and... Noah Ladd, I feel like he should be playing, but I just, again, don't really see a spot for where he fits better than other guys. So, I still want two-way forwards in the team too, which is difficult to do when you only really have 3 of them, and then like I can't sub Noah Aladdin over one of those guys. So, all right. Power play wise, our power play looks like a freaking beast. It looks so good, but well, no shit. Duh. I'm looking at this like why does our penalty kill look so weird? And it's because for some reason Morozov was getting playtime over Gustavo O'Neill on the PK. That makes no sense whatsoever. So, anyways, 3-man PK is probably going to be the same. Like again, why is there a what? Why is there a playmaker taking face-offs? Why is there like Matvei Petrov not in here? Like I don't get the game's logic sometimes for setting up lines and things like that. It's like, no, you can do this far more efficiently. Just change this or that. Like, I don't get it, but at least our team's in good shape. Extra attacker is not going to be Adam Fantilli. It is going to be Sergei Kozhevnikov because he's just an absolute monster. So, all right, shootout-wise, I want 5-star skill category the whole way across, and Gibbons has a 5-star skill category. That's insane. But, like, who's not in here? Kozhevnikov? Yeah, maybe put your 92 rated insanity player in there. I don't know. Apart from that, looks pretty good. For one reason or another in 4-on-4, Kozhevnikov gets 3rd dibs. What? Why? Like, that just does not add up to me. Again, doesn't make sense. Why is that the case? Why is Gustavo O'Neill playing 4-on? I guess that's 4-on-4. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense. But then, like, put, like, Svedberg in here, or put somebody that, needs the ice time but isn't going to be a liability out there either. Like, why is Catton not taking face-offs over Fantilli? He's got way better face-offs. I don't know. I just do not understand this game every now and then. And, it's okay. I'll deal with it. But I'm going to complain about it too. So, all right. That looks good. Everything in this lineup is good now, apart from that defensive fix, which we got to go and solve. And I got to, set up the minors here as well. Then at least this way, everybody's getting playtime. We've got the majority of our youngsters in here. Everybody's under 21. Apart from the top pair, which is fine. Those guys are still good. And all right, 3-on-3 slots. We've got Prusek, and all right, let's go like that and that. And then who is our best skater here after that? Probably Bukaboom. Okay, we'll get Bukaboom in there. I like that. I really like that. That looks good. Jackman should not be playing over like Knubel, unfortunately. But all right, extra attackers are questionable as well. Really, Boland's 81 rated. Jesus. Okay. All right. Looks good enough to me. Nothing to complain about. Nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary there. And that is our team. You have a grinder on the top line. I don't know why, but we'll name Byron Borowski captain. He's just good enough to be captain, and he's been here long enough. And let's go. Actually, yeah, let's just make sure the captains are all set up properly quickly, because that's a nice, easy fix. And, all right, Wolski, I'm sorry, but Borowski is captain. Zykov, no. Okay. Guys that have been here longer, or that are better, or. Let's start off with, how about Gaspard Dulé? He's been an insanely good player and doesn't have a letter. How about Grayson Verdino? He has been also insanely good for this team. All right, that looks a little bit better for captaincy there. As far as the NHL goes, it should still be Nicholson, Fantilli, and Catton. Yep, okay. Or not Fantilli, Geekie and Catton. Looks good. We got some new players here we got to just make sure the jersey numbers are all correct on and things like such. And really, I like how this team looks. So yeah, don't ask me how Kozhevnikov got from medium franchise to a medium 6, but he did. And all right, we've got to add a few more X factors in here to certain players, such as Gustavo O'Neill. He's got 94 shot blocking, so ice pack makes sense. Strength, discipline should not be a 93. So maybe we go with his passing at 89 there. It looks really good, but so is his aggressiveness, body check, and defensive wear. Like, he's got some very imbalanced stats overall, but Gustavo O'Neill should wear number 11. You know what? I like 13 on a defenseman a little more. Just looks a little bit meaner, a little bit heavier. That's how he plays. That's literally what his game is based around, and he gets 2 X factors. So, I mean, obviously ice pack makes sense. And then after that, where did it go? There we go. Okay, after ice pack, he could have truculence, he could have tape to tape, he could have a bunch of things, but I think truculent, shutdown is, rush defending. I think that is going to really make him an insanely good player, and that will help with his development, of course. All right, apart from that, we've seen Svedberg before. A new guy in this team is Hugo Gaudet. Whereas number 81 is mainly rocking out CCM, so I'm just going to change that up a little bit, just with his gloves and such. I can still give him 4 rolls, it's just CCM looks better altogether. I don't particularly like the tape job. I think that looks better on an offensive defender. And then skate-wise, might as well give him the jet speeds too. Why not? That looks like a good, solid defender. All right, if he scores, what do we want his celly to be? I think we want something a little absurd because he's offensive. Yes, but he's also a defenseman. Let's go with the McDavid. Just because, why not? Why not give some random third-string defenseman? Yeah. Okay, so that should be a little bit better now. But let's see how the chemistry looks on that defensive pairing now. So, with the defense, okay, it's at least 0, so that's not terrible. We could go... we could go Gaudet and Nicholson and get a +1 out of it. Or we could go Gaudet on the bottom. But what? That just did not work. Yeah, okay, let's go like that. I like that. Don't change that game, please, because I would like to keep my lineup somewhat balanced and intact. So, all right, that is the team. Let's get at it. Let's see how this team does, and I guess we'll wrap it up right at the end of the regular season here. Or, you know what? Let's just... Ow. Oh, okay. So let's just get to the episode wrap up here. Just see how good our team is looking for this upcoming year, things like that. And maybe even, hire some new scouts. That might be a good idea. All right, so I've hired 3 more scouts. It's going to look like they're all NHL scouts, and then we're going to relocate them. So, yeah, let me just get my scouting done nice and quick, and then we will get to the regular season. Okay, so just off of some basic scouting here, this guy is 6'6", 229 pounds at 17 years old, is a left-hand shot defenseman on the right side. That is such a strange combo that I am very interested in Drake Rourke. So, anyways, got a bunch of my scouting done. We're going to sim to the regular season, see how we're looking. All right, we get 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Let me just relocate those scouts nice and quick. That will make things a tad bit easier. All right, guys, so heading into this next season here, this is the team that we're looking at. I mean, it's a good team, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure player ratings dropped a bit. Actually, not too bad. Usually there's a little bit more regression than that, but overall, I really do like where this lineup is at and how things are looking. Things like that. Obviously, Fairchild's going to be insane. He doesn't have X Factors. I missed his X Factors too. So, as a high elite goalie, we better get on that for Fairchild. So, let's see. We're looking at 95 agility, 94 speed, 93 high and low stick. So, yeah, all or nothing could be an option there as well. So, maybe we go with like post to post, either post-post contortionist or something along those lines. So, and then I'm thinking all or nothing as well, just based on his high and low stick being good. So, I actually totally forgot to check that, and now we got to do pads too, so that'll be fun. Let's go post to post, and let's go... Yeah, okay. That'll be good. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously Vorobyov was able to get himself up to last stand, and that just makes him insane. So, yeah, alright, I like where the team's at. I think we got a great team on our hands, and this year we are looking at 100 offense, only 86 defense, and 91 goaltending. Alright, this should be a good team. And yeah, that is where we are going to wrap it up for this one. So if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to go down below, drop a like, subscribe, hit notifications, do all that good stuff. And we will see where this team ends up in the next one. But that is going to be it for me. This is Etanio signing out, and until next time.